like to give you a short revision on Chaita and Chaita seekers, because I think you find difficulty in understanding how karmas bear result, because you are not very familiar with this Pali words and you keep forgetting them. You don't know their meaning. So when you don't understand, then it's difficult to understand. So in this, the chart on Chaitas. So remember we have 12 akusala Chaita. So akusala means immoral, unwholesome Chaita. And they have lobha, dosa, moha as the root. We call them immoral, akusala, hetu, immoral roots. They give rise to immoral consciousness. So be familiar with lobha, dosa, moha. This three words is very important. And they are immoral roots. They give rise to immoral consciousness. And we perform the evil actions by immoral minds. And the Buddha said this lobha, dosa, moha, they are the root of all evil actions. The causes of, the main cause of all evil actions in the whole world. And also it is the main cause of suffering in the whole world. So if we can eliminate them totally, we attain the eternal peace and happiness that we call Nibbana. So we undertake meditation. The main idea is to get rid of them, not to get rid of them totally from the mind. So long they are present in your mind, you will never be happy. You will never be happy. And they are responsible to send the living beings to the Rupa boats when they die. So we have to know, we have to remember this. Lobha, dosa, moha, lobha, dosa, moha. We must get rid of them. We must get rid of them. You should do that. And then these 18 consciousness, we call them rootless consciousness. Hetu. Hetu is root. Hetu means no root. They don't have any roots. The 18 consciousness. And among them, the two upekha santirana. Upekha is the neutral feeling. They are complete with neutral feeling, and their name is santirana because they perform investigation function. And actually, they perform 5 functions. This santirana. They also perform the rebirth function, and then the life continuum function, and finally the death function. So we say all living, both beings are born with this, the immoral resultant. Vipaka is a resultant, the result of the immoral karma, the result of immoral karma. And they are responsible for the rebirth in the both boats. And this upekha santirana will give rebirth to retarded persons in the human realm and also in the lower Chituk Maharajika realm, that is in the earthbound deities. So those are retarded, the human beings and also those deities. They are born with this, they are born with Hetuka is rootless, and Kusala Vipaka, so it would be moral resultant, the result of past moral karma. So these two, they have no root. And then we say only this 12 and 18, this 30 Chaita, we call them asobana, not beautiful. Because this three, they associate with immoral roots, and these do not associate with beautiful roots. So we call them immoral roots. Now, all the remaining consciousnesses, they are, so in asobana, we just put, you just delete A, that we call them sobana Chaita. Sobhana Citta means beautiful consciousness. All the meaning consciousness, they are beautiful because they associate with beautiful roots and beautiful mental factors. Beautiful roots and beautiful mental factors. And among the now in the beautiful consciousness, the first group we call is Mahakusala Chaita. So they belong to the Kama Vajra Chaita, page number 54. That arise mostly in the sense field, that is, they arise mostly in us. And they can be also named as Kama Vajra, the Kusala Chaita, because they are greater in number than other moral consciousness like Rupa Vajra Kusala, Arupa Vajra Kusala. So we use this word Maha. Maha means great, but here we just mean they are greater in number. Greater in number. It does not mean they are more noble than other Kusala Chaita. So we use Maha Kusala Chaita, we say 8 of them. And now 4 of them are called the Maha Kusala Jnana Vidyuta Chaita. So you have to be familiar with this jnana. Jnana is wisdom. Vidyuta means dissociate. Dissociate with wisdom. That is, they do contain wisdom. But they contain 2 beautiful roots. Beautiful roots are just, you put A in front of them. Alobha. So lobha is greed, craving and attachment. And when we put in alobha, it becomes greedlessness and non-craving, and we also call it generosity. Generosity. And then dosa is anger, hatred, and when you put just A in front, dosa, no anger, no hatred, and we call it tolerance and forgiveness and also loving kindness. So dosa is very beautiful. Lobha is generosity and benevolence, very beautiful. And then the moha is ignorance. Ignorance of the true nature of sense objects, ignorance of karma in result, and ignorance of the Four Noble Truths, so that we cannot get enlightened. So to get enlightened to the Four Noble Truths, only then we can enjoy the bliss of Nibbana. So it is the main one. We have to get rid of it. We have to get rid of this. So moha and the jnana, they are the same. They mean the same thing. They mean wisdom. When we put moha, it becomes the opposite of moha, and wisdom can eliminate this moha. If we can develop wisdom, to the part wisdom, then we can eliminate them. So 4 of them we call jnana vidyuta, chaita, and the remaining 4 we call jnana samyuta. Samyuta means associate. Associate and dissociate. The associate is samyuta, associate with wisdom. So that means it contains wisdom or moha. So when it contains moha, all the 3 roots, alobha, dosa, moha, are present in those jnana samyuta chaita. So we say they have 3 roots. 3 roots moral consciousness. And when we perform moral deeds with the knowledge of karma and result, so we are performing with the Mahakusala Jnana Samyuta Chaita. And this consciousness contains 3 roots. So the karma that produces is also called 3-rooted karma. 3-rooted karma. So if you perform the meritorious without the knowledge is this jnana, the knowledge of karma and result, then we say you have only 2 roots there. Because alobha, dosa, they associate with all this beautiful consciousness. All this beautiful consciousness, they contain 2 roots. So when they contain also wisdom, they contain 3 roots. So if you perform meritorious deeds with jnana, vidyuta, chaita, without the knowledge of wisdom, karma and result, so you will get 2-rooted karma. 2-rooted karma, because kusala chaita is 2-rooted. Then also the karma is called 2-rooted. That is the pollution that associate with only two roots is called two-rooted karma. And the volition, cetana, that associate with three roots is called three-rooted karma. Yes, please.
我以為佢講晒張先輪到我添。I'm sorry, you're going to finish the whole thing then. It's my turn. OK， 我哋有中文版啊。咁咧教授咧就講咧，我哋要温一温書啦，即係温一温第一章嗰個心啦。心嗰啲名相啦，同埋分類啦，因為咧佢覺得我哋聽果報業報嘅時候咧，咁好似跟唔到啊，咁佢都好體諒我哋對巴利文咧，其實就學完就即係首先就唔記得啦，第二學完就忘啦，唔記得啦，所以特別難嘅，所以佢咧就重複一次啦喺度。咁我哋一開始咧，我哋啱啱學嘅時候咧，即係呢個係第一章有講嘅。咁我哋就講所有嘅心咧，即係存在空間嘅心咧，咁有咧就有12個不善心啦。12個不善心入邊咧，我哋見到呢度咧就不善啦嚇，akusala啦叫不善啦。咁咧就叫貪嗔痴啦。中文我哋好熟，但係巴利文咧，教授反覆叫我哋記住，就係 loba、dosa、moha， 大家記得啦。咁咧即係記得啲就係 loba 就係貪啦 ，dosa 咧就係嗔啦，咁 moha 就係痴啦。咁其實我哋咧都好熟悉佢哋嘅，因為咧我哋個人心入邊都有呢啲嘢不停咁樣產生嘅。咁呢啲貪嗔痴咧就係導致我哋做啲不善嘅行為啦，身口意嘅根源啦。所以我哋講 mula 咧就係根咁解啦。呢個 mula 就係巴利文嘅根咁解啦。咁因為不善嘅行為咧，身口意咧，咁亦都係呢個貪，即係呢個不善嘅心咧，亦都係我哋痛苦嘅原因，即係帶住我哋有痛苦嘅原因啦，唔係淨係我哋啦，所有嘅眾生。咁所以佢講咧，如果我哋前修咧，佛陀教我哋界定為最主要係做乜嘢咧？係我哋根除咗呢啲貪嗔痴喺我哋嘅內心當中，咁咧我哋就會離苦，咁就會離苦。只要我哋心入面仲有呢啲貪嗔痴存在咧，我哋係唔會係得到究竟嘅快樂嘅。只有完全跟隨咧，先至可以得到究竟嘅快樂嘅。咁呢個12個不善心係啲頭先講咗啦。跟住咧就講咧有我哋亦都有咧有不善嘅果報心啦。呢個咧不善嘅果報心咧，同埋不善嘅無因心啦。不善嘅無因心咧，就有7個咁多啦。咁咧不善嘅有7個咁多咧，就係我哋嘅眼識啦、耳啦、鼻、舌、身，咁但係已經5個啦。咁同埋咧，我哋領受啦嗰個領受心啦，同埋推度心啦。咁呢7個咧就係不善嘅，因為我哋接收不愉悅嘅所緣嘅時候咧，就用呢7個心去體驗佢啦。咁呢個7個不善嘅心生起咧，亦都係因為我哋過去做嘅不善業嘅生起咧，令到我哋有咁樣嘅不善嘅心啦。咁呢個無因心嘅，點解無因咧？有陣時我哋睇到呢個係無因咧，就係冇善因，亦都冇惡因，因為咧佢已經有果報，佢自己唔作業㗎啦，即係佢已經係一個結果嚟㗎啦，佢自己冇做呢個善或者不善嘅業㗎啦。咁咧善嘅果報因咧，亦都有8個啦。咁無因嘅為助心咧，就係阿羅漢先至阿羅漢有一個生肖心啦。咁我哋每一個眾生，我哋每一個人咧都有5門轉向心啦，同埋呢個2門轉向心，一共3個嘅。咁呢度咧所有嘅頭先講過30個咧，就係欲界嘅咧，唔不美嘅心所啦。 即係同美相反嘅啦。咁同美相反嘅美心所啦。跟住我哋講嘅善心係乜嘢咧？善心咧就有欲界咧，我哋有8個善心啦。琴日咧我哋講嗰個業報嘅時候咧都有講嘅。善心咧就係乜嘢善心咧？就係無貪無瞋嘅心啦。咁咧，但係我哋做善事嗰陣時，又冇貪又冇瞋嘅時候咧，即係叫善啦。咁但係佢有個可能嘅就係有智相應同埋冇智相應嘅。即係講咧，我哋去做善事嘅時候咧，我哋可能咧知道咧，我哋有正見，知道因果關係，知道呢個三法印啦，我哋知道呢個緣起法啦。咁有呢啲事，我哋做善事嘅時候有智慧一齊咁樣做嘅時候咧，咁我哋咧就係有智相應啦。咁咧有4個咧係冇智慧咁樣去做嘅。咁咧就即係有4個就係智不相應啦。咁提一提咧，呢個符號咧加號咧就係感受嚟㗎啦，講感受啦。加號咧就係講喜悅啦、愉區啦。咁減號咧就係社區，就係中性嘅感受嘅。咁咧喺欲界咧大果報心咧就有8個啦。咁就亦都係有智相應同埋智不相應啦，有8個啦。咁唯助心咧亦都有8個，唯助心咧就係話亦都係不助業嘅心啦。咁係阿羅漢嘅心入邊先至產生嘅心嚟嘅。咁色界嘅欲界嘅心咧就一共係54個嘅。
So now you please take note. So now after 54, the Kama Vajra Chaita, we have 27 Mahakata Chaita. So this Mahakata means more exalted, more developed, and more noble than the Kama Vajra Chaitas. So they are all the Jhana Chaita. These are the 27 Mahakata Chaitas of the Jhana Chaita. They consist of these 5 Rupa Vajra Kusala Chaita and 4 Arupa Vajra Kusala Chaita. So these are the jhana that non-arahats can develop in the human realm. And arahats, they will develop this 9 Mahakata Kriya Chaita. These are the Kriya Chaita. And since they are more developed, they all contain the wisdom, jnana. So they all have 3 roots. You please take note of that. And then when we come to Lokuttara Kusala Chaita, they are actually the path consciousness. So they are not the noblest Chaita. So they also contain the wisdom. So they all have 3 roots. These Chaita have all 3 roots. And only in this, the 8 Mahakusala Chaita, 4 of them are Jnana Samyutta, they have 3 roots. And the 4 Jnana Vijutta will have only 2 roots. Okay.
咁跟住咧，頭先咧就漏咗強調一樣嘢咧，就係話智相應嘅時候咧，就係我哋有一個無痴嘅心啦。咁我哋講善法咧，善心咧就有無貪無瞋啦。無貪就係嗰個慈心啦。無貪就係即係慷慨嘅心啦。咁布施嘅心啦。咁無瞋咧就係慈心啦。通常我哋做善事得呢2個善根係具足嘅。但係咧，當我哋做善事嘅時候，又有智相應嘅時候咧，我哋就有3個善根具足，或者我叫3因心嘅。咁我哋做嘅時候咧，係如果有3因心具足嘅時候咧，咁佢個果報成熟嘅時候咧，佢都係會有呢個3因嘅果報一齊會有咁樣嘅成熟嘅時候嘅。但我哋做善事嘅時候咧，如果淨係得無瞋同埋無貪嘅心嘅時候咧，係冇呢個智慧嘅時候咧，就係得2因心嘅。咁講起咧，另外咧就係講緊色界啦，我哋叫善那心啦，或者我哋叫高廣心啦、Mahakata啦，知道係點樣翻譯啦，唔緊要啦。咁呢個Mahakata咧就係一個高廣心啦，就係培育好嘅心啦。點樣培育咧？呢啲屬於高廣心咧，就係咧 色界嘅禪那心啦，由初禪去到五禪啦，無色界嘅禪那心啦，初禪去到五禪啦，咁呢啲咧就係善出世間嘅世間嘅善心啦。如果呢啲世間嘅善心佢做咗之後咧，就會有相應嘅同樣數目嘅善嘅果報心，色界或者無色界嘅果報心。咁咧唯獨咧係阿羅漢咧，佢就算由四禪八定都可以做咧，咁佢嘅咧就唔係叫做色界嘅善心或者無色界善心，佢咧係叫做唯助心，色界嘅無助咪唯助心。咁佢因為佢做嗰啲善心咧係不助業嘅，所以係屬於唯助心呢類啦。所有嘅色界啦，同埋無色界嘅善那嘅心咧，都係三因心，即係有善有自相應啦。咁同時咧，聖者咧出世間嘅出世間嘅善心咧，同埋呢個果報心咧，亦都係自相應嘅。所以咧係即係呢個嗰個馬哈格達咧，即係嗰個高廣心咧，全部都係三因心嚟。
Could you please show chart number 2? So chart number 2 is the chart about the 52 mental factors, seekers, not mental factors. So there are 13 anyasapana, means neutral mental factors. And then we have 40 akusala, the seeker. So they are immoral mental factors. So they are unwholesome and evil. Only these 40 are the unwholesome and evil. So just remember, we have moha, lobha, dosa as the leaders of these three groups. And then in the bottom here, so we describe 25, the beautiful consciousness. So these 25 beautiful consciousness, so they consist of the 19 sobana sagarana. So sobana means beautiful, so beautiful, and sagarana means they associate, always associate with the beautiful consciousness. And these 19, they associate with all those the beautiful consciousness. So we say only those 30, they are not beautiful. So if you subtract 30 from 89, that is the total number of chaita, we get 59. So if we count the total number of chaita as 121, we get 91. So all these Sovana chaitas, they contain all these 19 beautiful mental factors associated with them. So in this 19, remember, aloka, dosa, the two beautiful roots are present. So you should know all these beautiful consciousness, starting from that Mahakusala Chaita downwards. They all have these two beautiful roots. All of them contain these two beautiful roots. And then we have, so Jessica, can we just raise? So we have the Panya. The Panya is, Panya Indriya is, we also call it Panya Cetasika. It is the wisdom, the wisdom. So it associates, we say, of now it associates with the full Jnana Samyutta Mahakusala Chaita, we just said, among the Mahakusala Chaita in the Chaita chart. So full Mahakusala Chaita, Jnana Samyutta Chaita. When we say Jnana Samyutta, it contains wisdom. So when it contains wisdom, if you combine with this aloka, adosa, they have three roots. And then the same thing in the 8 Mahavipaka, the resultant of the Mahakusala, full as Jnana Samyutta also. And then also in Mahakriya, Mahakriya is the Chaita that arises in our hearts. We also have the full Jnana Samyutta. So altogether, we have 12 Jnana Samyutta Chaita among the 24 Kama Sobana Chaita. 12 are, they have Jnana Samyutta, three roots. And these are Mahagata Chaita, or we say all those Jnana Chaita. they associate with Panya, so they have 3 roots. And these are Lokuttara Citta, supramundane consciousness, they also have 3 roots. We should know there are 47 Citta that have 3 roots. Okay.
跟住咧，我哋睇第2章表啦，即係我哋嗰本書第2章啦，所講嘅心所啦。咁教授咧做一個好快嘅總結啦，就係話咧，我哋首先記得啦，我哋有7個心所咧，係無論咩心生起嘅時候咧，都會一齊生起嘅。咁其中咧最重要嗰個咧，我哋而家講緊嗰個做嘅業咧，業報咧就係我哋嘅思心所啦 ，Chaitana 啦。咁呢個係導致我哋有果報嘅。心所啦，咁佢每一個心生起嘅時，佢都會一齊生嘅。咁另外咧就係、我哋有一共咧有14個不善心所啦。咁呢啲大家都有嗰張表咧，如果冇咧可以我哋遲啲可以派啦。咁大家可以睇到嗰、個貪嗔痴啦、痴啦，咁係即係3個不善嘅因啦，或者根啦。咁不善心所咧14個啦，咁咧跟住咧美心所咧就25個嘅，美心所就25個啦。咁咧教授咧就係即係其實咧就有強調即係呢個慧根啦、慧心所啦。咁慧心所咧喺欲界自相應12個，呢個係欲界嘅禪心入邊咧有4個咧係廣大嘅善心啦。有4個係廣大嘅果報心，有4個係廣大嘅唯作心。咁喺欲界咧都會有阿羅漢存在嘅，咁佢哋做善有智慧嘅即係佢哋嘅智慧嘅心咧就係唯作心啦，就夾埋就12個嘅。咁色界嘅咧就所有嘅色界嘅心咧都係有慧根嘅啦，自相應嘅啦。所有無色界嘅咧亦都係自相應嘅，所以咧全部夾埋咧就係47個即係為相應嘅身啦，或者係三因相生起嘅。
You please show page 210 and 211 of Abhidhamma Course. So here today we describe these two topics. So about two-rooted, dvihetuka, dvihetu, it means two-rooted. Trihetuka, three-rooted, kusala karma. So we say if you perform meritorious deeds with the knowledge of karma in result, then panya will be present if you have the knowledge of karma in result. If panya is present, then that Mahakusala Citta will be three-rooted. And then the karma that is produced is also called three-rooted karma. And if you perform meritorious deed without the knowledge of the karma in result, so we say your moral minds do not associate with wisdom. So it contains only 2 roots. Then it also produces 2-rooted the kusala karma. Okay.
咁琴日咧，我哋都有講到呢度啦，就係、2因嘅善業啦，同埋3因嘅善業啦。咁就2因嘅善業咧，就係、我哋做善事嘅時候咧，我哋有無貪同無嗔嘅心。但係如果我哋有明白因果啦，或者係內觀嘅智慧，明白佢係無常咧，呢啲咁樣嘅智慧一齊生起嘅時候咧，我哋就有3因嘅心。咁而佢個業果成熟嘅時候咧，亦都會有一個殊勝嘅善業嘅業報嘅。如果冇自相應，我哋淨係做善事而冇明白嘅因果冇呢啲咁嘅正見咧，我哋咧就係2因嘅心去做善業，會得翻嚟嗰個果報咧，善報咧，亦都係咧就唔係最殊勝㗎啦，就差啲㗎。
So the three-rooted karma is better than two-rooted kusala karma. So if we can perform meritorious deeds with the knowledge of karma and result, you get greater merit. You get greater merit. Superior karma will produce greater merit. And the other way again, if we perform meritorious deeds, with with joy and with moral minds, arising before and after we perform meritorious deeds, then we say you attain the ukata is superior, supreme or superior karma. And then when you perform meritorious deeds, you cannot develop moral minds before and after. That means you have immoral minds before and after doing that meritorious deed. Then you will have only the omaka karma. Omaka means inferior. So again, in doing meditation, we should develop the moral minds before and after doing the meritorious deed. So before you do, you should be glad. Oh, I have the chance to perform meritorious deeds. More meritorious deeds will bring me the billions of more karma. So I will have great merits by doing that. So if you are happy like that, you are developing moral mind. And after you perform meritorious deeds, you should be glad. Oh, I have the chance to perform meritorious deed now. Now I already attained this good karma, and they can also support me to attain enlightenment. Enlightenment means to attain, to realize nibbana. So you should feel glad. So if you can feel glad like that, so they say this superior karma, the moral karma will support the karma that develop, that arise while you perform that meritorious deed. So actually, the volition that arise during performing your meritorious deed, this volition will give rise to the karma that will bear result. So this volition now becomes stronger with the support of the surrounding moral karma. So we say it becomes ukata. Ukata karma is superior karma. So if you perform meritorious deeds, so we say before you perform, you are hesitant, reluctant, and you are stingy. So you don't feel to develop to donate something like that. So you develop immoral minds. And also after performing meritorious deed, you feel unhappy. Oh, I have already donated all my money. I don't have enough money to enjoy the good food, etc. So if you are having something like that, then you are having immoral mind. So immoral karma. Immoral karma means immoral volition. So they try to pull down the strength of this moral volition that's going to bear result. That is the moral volition that arises during the performance of meritorious deed. So then we say it becomes inferior.
咁咧，我哋琴日咧都有講咧，即係重複咧，就係講我哋做善事嘅時候咧，如果有自相應咧，而做出嚟嘅善事就係三因嘅心啦，咁佢咧就係優勝過二因心啦、善心啦。同樣嘅咧就係琴日咧我哋亦都有講咧，就係做善事嘅時候咧，因為我哋嘅思心所咧係做緊業嘅，咁喺做善事嘅過程當中咧係善心。但係咧，當我哋做之前咧，我哋咧就係好主動啦，好歡喜啦，咁好明白點解我哋去做啦，咁樣去做咧，我哋做之前嗰個思心所咧，嗰個動機出現咧，亦都係善嘅。咁我哋做完咗之後咧，當我哋諗翻起呢件事咧，我哋都好開心啦、慶幸啦，即係自己有利益，人哋有利益。咁同埋咧，又可以幫助自己達到自己呢個善嘅願望啦。咁之後，如果我哋咁樣去睇翻嗰件事咧，我哋仍然都係一個善嘅呢個思心啦。 就可以令至我哋做呢件善事，佢嘅善報咧係殊勝嘅、強大嘅啊！因為咧之前之後呢兩個新嘅嗰個Chaitanya咧，咁佢都係加強緊中間我哋做善事嗰個善業嘅，所以嗰個我哋講呢啲咧就係殊勝嘅善業啦。咁相對嚟講咧，我哋做善事咧，做嘅過程當中做善事本身咧係善啦，我哋係有一個過程咧，我哋係一個善嘅思啦，個過程啦產生咗，咁咧佢哋有大量嘅善報啦。但係當我哋做之前咧，我哋咧係唔情願啦，或者咧係好被動或者好唔想做啊，或者有不良嘅動機去做咧，咁咧之前咧嗰個思咧嗰個 Chaitanya 咧就係不善嘅。又或者咧，我哋做咗之後咧，我哋喺度後悔啦，或者怨啦，或者覺得唔抵啊，或者覺得捐咗啲錢啊，自己唔夠錢唔夠錢使啊咁樣。咁之後嗰個咧亦都係不善嘅心嚟嘅。咁雖然係做咗善事，但係我哋如果之前同埋之後嗰個思咧 Chaitanya 咧，或者我哋嘅中文咧就係嗰個。願望啦，或者係我哋個動機咧係不善嘅時候咧，係將我哋嘅善事咧係減弱嘅，咁亦都會減弱嗰個善報嘅力度嘅。咁所以咧，我哋講呢種善業咧就係次等嘅啦，差啲嘅。
You please show page 213. So now we come to here. Now, if we perform meritorious deeds, we say without the knowledge of karma and result. So, what Chaitanya will arise at that time? This is the Chaitanya. This is the Chaitanya. So, if without the knowledge of the karma and result, you have only dvihetuka. That would be you have the Mahakusala Chaitanya, Jnana, Vidyuta, Mahakusala Chaitanya. So one of the four, Jnana, the Jnana, Vidyuta, Mahakusala Chaitanya will be arising during that time. So what would be the karma that you get? If you perform meritorious deeds, with this Jnana, Vidyuta, Mahakusala Chaitanya, that is without the knowledge of karma and result. So what would be the karma you get? So you will get 4 dvihetuka, we say here first. So you will get 4 dvihetuka mahakusala karma. I just told you, if you perform with the Jnana Vidyuta Mahakusala Chaitanya, you will get dvihetuka mahakusala karma, because you have only 2 roads. Is that right? And again, while you are performing with the Jnana Vidyuta Mahakusala Chaitanya, now we say if you cannot develop moral minds before and after doing that meritorious deed, it will be omega, that is inferior. So we call that dvihetuka omega mahakusala karma. Right? Now you are performing again without the knowledge of the karma and result. But now, if you perform meritorious deed, you developed moral mind before and after doing that meritorious deed. So what would be the karma? So we say, as you are performing with the Jnana Vidyuta Chaitanya, you will get the dvihetuka karma again. But this time, this dvihetuka is okata. So we say you get 4 dvihetuka okata mahakusala karma. Okay? Now if you understand that, then you can understand. When you perform meritorious deed with the knowledge of karma, then you are performing with Jnana Samyutta Mahakusala Chaitanya. Jnana Samyutta means associated with wisdom. So you have 3 roots. So the karma you get would be 3-rooted, the 3-rooted. So we say Tihetuka Mahakusala karma. It's all right. Again, if you perform this magnitude step without developing moral minds before and after performing that karma, so it would be the Tihetuka, and it become Omaka. Tihetuka, so you get this one. Tihetuka, Omaka, Mahakusala Karma. So if you perform magnitude states with the knowledge of karma and result, and you also develop moral minds before and after you perform it, so what would it be? It is Tihetuka, and then also Okata is superior. So you will get 4 Tihetuka, Okata, Mahakusala Karma. So 4 Tihetuka, Okata, Mahakusala Karma. Alright? Okay.
咁咧呢啲咧就琴日都講過㗎啦，大家反應熱烈啲啊，唔係佢要我哋I'm telling them, show sign that they understand 咁咧我哋做善事啦，係啊，我知道大家都明嘅，所以我講快啲啊。咁咧我哋做善事嘅時候咧，如果我哋咧有智慧做嘅時候咧，我哋知道因果關係啊，我哋知道。或者知道呢個係無常無我苦，咁我哋做嘅過程咧，我哋係三因嘅，係嘛？如果我哋咁個果報咧都係三因嘅。如果我哋冇呢個嘅智慧，淨係做咗算啦，咁或者細路仔做善事啦，做咗佢明白噶嘛，咁佢咧做嘅善事咧善業咧就係兩個善因嘅啫，係嘛？咁呢個好容易明啊。咁我哋一係做一個二因嘅呢個善事咧，一係三因嘅善事，呢兩個好簡單啦。咁嗱，無論做二因嘅善事嗰陣時咧，都有殊勝嘅方法去做，或者咧差啲嘅方法做。點樣殊勝嘅咧？就係我哋之前中間過程咧，我哋都係歡天喜地啦，即係嗰個動機啊、出意啊，全都係正面嘅，冇後悔啊，即係冇不善心生起嘅。咁咧呢個係即係最好嘅善行啦，咁個果報亦都係好啦。但係咧就冇智慧啦，而家講緊二因㗎。咁咧，但係咧另外一個可能就係話咧，我哋譬如一個細路仔做善事啦，咁可能阿媽叫佢去俾錢個乞兒，佢又唔想去啦，咁意外啦，夾硬去咗即係之前就冇一個善心嘅，咁做咗之後都係做咗件善事，之後咧佢唔明之外咧，佢亦都係好後悔啊！不如早啲同其他人玩啦。之後佢亦都冇個善心，呢個咧就係次等嘅善行啦。咁呢個細路仔咧，咁佢係二因嘅善心善業，同埋係次等㗎啦。咁講緊另外兩個scenario 咧，就係咧我哋做三因有智慧嘅時候咧，我哋做嘅時候咧，之前過程同埋中間咧，我哋咧都係善㗎啦，個心嗰個思咧，即係 chaitana 咧，都係動機啊，樣樣出意都係好嘅。咁呢個係殊勝嘅善業啦。咁另外咧就係另外一個可能就係話我哋咧做嘅過程係一件善事，無可否認。但係之前之後咧都唔係呢個，雖然我哋知道因果啊，知道嗰個有正見，但係咧我哋之前之後咧都係唔係咁係善嘅嗰個思咧，咁所以咧係劣等嘅，咁所以咧一共有4種。
So we have 4 kinds of 4 karmas. We denote that by 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you look at the number 1, Dvihetuka, 2-rooted, means is inferior than Tihetuka, 3-rooted. And again, Omega means inferior. So both are inferior. So we say this one, this poor karma is the poorest. And now when you go to group 2, is Dvihetuka is inferior, Ukata is superior. And then when you go to number 3, Tihetuka is superior, Omega is inferior. So inferior, superior, superior, inferior. So they are about equal in strength. And they are nobler than the number 1. They are nobler than number 1. Now when you go to group 4, number 4, Tihetuka is superior, Okata is also superior, so it is it is the most supreme, the best, the karma. So we say there here. So he say of the 4 groups, this first group is the poorest. 2 and 3 are somewhat equal, and 4 is the best. Okay.
咁跟住咧，雖然頭先我哋講咗4種情形啦，但係其實歸類咧，佢哋嘅作用咧，善業嘅重量咧，其實分成3種嘅啫。第一種咧最差嘅啦，就係做善事嗰陣時冇智慧啦，咁同埋咧唔情願，之前之後咧都唔係有一個善心去做嘅，就係最劣等嘅呢個善業啦。咁咧第二種咧就係異因心，但係咧佢咧就係殊勝嘅善業，即係之前、中間同埋之後咧都係好，即係善心去做啦。呢個咧就係第二種啦。咁第二種咧仲包括多一個情形嘅，就係生因心。佢做嘅時候係有智慧嘅，3個呢個善根都具足嘅，但係咧佢之前或者之後咧，佢唔係有呢個善嘅思嘅，咁咧佢就屬於中間個等級嘅善業嘅。咁最好嘅善業咧就係話咧3個呢個善根都具足啦。咁同埋咧，佢之前過程同埋嗰個之後咧，佢諗起呢件事，所有思咧，個動機咧都係善嘅。咁就分成3類啦。
As the first group is the poorest, it also produces the poorest effects or the poorest result. So we say this is number 1. The 4 Dvihetuka or Maga, Mahakusala Karma. That is 2 rooted inferior, the great moral karma. At Patisanti Kala, so at the time of rebirth, so at the rising of rebirth consciousness, we call it the time of rebirth, Patisanti Kala, produce Kusala Vipaka Upikha Santirana Cheta, which forms Kama Sugati Hetuka Patisanti in the human realm and in the lower Chitu Maharajika realm. So these karma will bear result in the human realm as well as the lower, the Maharajika realm. So it gives rise to this Cheta as rebirth consciousness. So it is the Kusala Vipaka, moral resultant, Upika Santirana Cheta. So remember that this is the Kusala Vipaka, moral resultant, and the Upika Santirana Cheta is rootless consciousness. There is rootless consciousness. So you have to put on the chat number 1 again. You forget already. They already forget. So that is this Cheta. This Cheta actually. This consciousness. When we say Kusala Vipaka, Upika, so negative sign says it means Upika Santirana Cheta. So it performed this rebirth consciousness. Remember, these 2 Upika Santirana Cheta. They perform the rebirth consciousness as well as like Santirana investigating the function. So it gives rise to this poor, the Kusala karma. Will give the poorest rebirth consciousness in the human realm and celestial realm. So if you say this, the Cheta in the full name, it's better to say it is Hetuka Kusala Vipaka Upeka Santirana Cheta. So when you say like that, you understand Hetuka, rootless. And when we say here, you should also know it belongs to this Hetuka Cheta. So it's rootless consciousness. So we say this rootless consciousness rebirth. The person who were born with this, the rootless rebirth consciousness. they are retarded. Retarded, that means their intelligence is very low. Very low. They cannot speak. Most of them, they cannot speak. You cannot even teach them to count up to 5. They may able to speak only up, say 1, 2, 3, they will say, only that. And then they may be born blind, deaf, etc. So just even the earthbound deities, when they are born with this, so they are very poor. And they have nothing to eat, no place to live. They just roaming. Just like some people who have no house, no nothing, so just roaming. So the same thing. They are earthbound deities, they are also roaming. So they are the poorest, the poorest people. Okay.
咁咧，我哋頭先講咗3種善業啦。咁佢講緊首先講最次等嗰隻咧，就係二因心嘅善業。但係咧，佢又係低劣嘅善業啦。咁佢如果我哋死嘅時候咧，係以呢個善業成熟而投生嘅時候咧，投生去邊咧？我哋咧就會投生喺善趣，因為係善業啦。咁我哋投生咧去欲界嘅善趣啦。但係咧，我哋咧咁佢嗰個心咧，投生嘅心咧就會係呢個無因嘅或者無根嘅善嘅果報心。咁咧亦都係呢個社區嘅推度心。咁佢咧佢個名係社區推度心，但係佢嘅功能嗰陣時咧就係結生心嚟嘅。咁大家知道咧，我哋成日都講二因好，三因好過二因啦。咁你諗下，如果一個人喺善趣，即係人啦，或者地居天，都算善趣啦，但係無因喎，連一個因都冇，咁係咪好弊咧？咁係啦，咁呢啲人咧，因為佢個善業唔係好強，咁咧所以咧教授講咧，佢就會就算出世咧都會係智障嘅人啦，或者盲㗎啦，或者身體有殘缺嘅人啊。
And again, you just get here. At Parvati Kala. Parvati Kala means, what is Parvati Kala? We say during the time of existence. And what do you mean by that, the time of existence? So again you forget.
After
so it is from the existing movement of rebirth consciousness. From the existing movement of rebirth consciousness till death is called Parvati Kala. So we say is at the time of rebirth is only this, the Prisandhi Kala is at the arising moment of this Prisandhi Chitta. We call it the Prisandhi Kala. And then from the existing period of this till death is called the Parvati Kala. So during that Parvati Kala, so we say the karma, it first produces rebirth consciousness, and then life continues, and then it keeps on producing the its resultant consciousness, that is Mahavipaka Chitta. So in the case of this, the poorer karma, it is Upika Sandhina Chitta. So this whole poorest karma, they produce Upika Sandhina Chitta as rebirth consciousness. And then again it will continue producing this Upika Sandhina Chitta for the whole life. So the subsequent, the Upika Sandhina Chitta will function as life continuum, and finally as death consciousness. But at the time of this, the existence, we say, eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, etc., they also arise. Because even the retarded person, they also need the eyes to see, the ears to hear. So at that time, at Parvati Kala, all the eight Ahituka, Kusala, Vipaka, Chitta arise. So the Chitta Chadagan. So at Parvati Kala, all these eight Ahituka, Kusala, Vipaka, Chitta will arise. Remember, Chakku Vinyana is eye consciousness, Sota Vinyana ear consciousness, Gana Vinyana nose consciousness, Jiva Vinyana tongue consciousness, Kaya Vinyana body consciousness, and Samvadechana receiving. So after the eye consciousness sees the object, it has to receive that sense object. And then Sandhirana, at that time it performed investigating function. Investigate. So investigate whether the sense object is good or bad. So if the sense object is just fairly good, Upekha Sandhirana will investigate it. When the sense object is very good, then we say Somanasa Sandhirana, investigate it. So all this chitta, to go arise at Pavati Kala. And again, Upekha Sandhirana chitta also function as life continuum. Life continuum, when you don't see or hear any sense object. At that time, only in the Upekha Sandhirana chitta will be arising as life continuum.
咁咧，跟住咧，我哋講緊咧，頭先講緊結生心咧，就係無因嘅社區推落心去做結生心啦。咁呢啲智障嘅欲界善趣嘅人啦，或者地區天嘅天人啦，咁啊做咁嗰啲天人都好慘嘅，無家無歸㗎啦。即係就算係地區天嘅天人，如果係無因嘅咁樣嘅結生心都好慘嘅。咁另外咧，除咗結生嘅時候咧，呢啲眾生咧，佢係其他時候流轉期係點樣咧？流轉期係幾時開始咧？就由呢個 Patisati 係結生心啦。咁我哋知道每一個心佢都有生住滅三個階段啦。咁嗰個流轉期咧係由結生心嘅住嘅期已經開始㗎啦。咁咧，咁呢個結生心生滅咗之後咧，就我哋知道嗰個有份心咧，就係一路生滅啦。直至到呢個人嘅死亡身生起啦，咁由呢個結生心嘅住嘅時候，去到死亡心生起呢段時候咧，所有嘅有份心咧，咁佢咧亦都係亦都係根據咩果報咧？就係根據佢投生嗰時嘅同樣嘅果報，就係咧係無因嘅社區嘅推墮心咁樣係變成嗰個有份心咁樣，不停咁樣係生滅嘅。咁除咗呢個眾生咧喺佢一生當中咧，除咗係承受咁樣嘅果報之外咧，佢同時咧佢嘅我哋頭先睇到呢張圖咧，就係話果報心咧無因嘅果報心咧係果報善果報心啦。咁咧除咗呢個社區嘅推墮心之外咧，仲有領受心仲有咩咧？仲有眼識啦。耳識啦、鼻識啦、舌識啦、身識嘅，咁呢啲都係無因嘅。咁喺呢個佢嘅成個生命嘅流轉期咧，呢啲心咧都會相應嘅果報成個時候都會生起嘅。
So now we say those four poorest karma, poorest the kusala karma, they can produce only these 8 mahavipaka chitta. So now, so in the human realm and in the 11 karma realms, they produce all these 8, the Hetuka, the Vipaka, Chitta. Now they also produce the result in the Brahma realms also. In the Brahma realm, so in the Rupa Brahma realm, we say, because the Rupa Brahma, they have also eyes, ears, etc. So they also need to see, like they see the objects, the karma objects. So they also produce their result in the Brahma realms. So in the Brahma realms, the Brahma do not enjoy sense pleasure. So we say the Gana Vinyana, Jiva Vinyana, Kaya Vinyana, these three do not arise in the Rupa Brahma. But the Rupa Brahma, they need the eye to see the Buddha, to see the Buddha, and they also need the ear to hear the Dhamma of the Buddha. So these two, the consciousness arise in them. So if Jakku Vinyana and Sota Vinyana arise in them, Sampadechana, Sandhirana should also arise. Because after seeing or hearing, Sampadechana must receive it, Sandhirana investigate it, and then even then after that Manodvaravana have to determine it whether it's good or bad. Only then we know the sense object. So that made in the Brahma realm. So the five the Ahituka Kusala Vipaka changes, with the exception of these three, Ghana Vijnana, Jivana Vijnana, Kaya Vijnana, will arise in the Brahma realm. And there are 16 Brahma realms. There is one realm we call Asanya Satta, which has only body, so no Chaita. So no, in that Asanya Satta realm, no Chaita will arise.
咁咧呢個無一嘅善嘅嗰部心咧，係我哋欲界啦，我哋欲界一共11個欲界嘅生存空間啦。咁除咗嗰11個之外咧，亦都會生喺色界嘅。咁咧色界咧個梵天咧，佢哋亦都係有色身啦。咁佢亦都會咧，譬如佢哋有眼啦，同埋有耳仔啦，有耳識啦，可以聽到佛法嘅。咁所以咧，佢哋亦都會有呢啲果報心生起啦。咁亦都有領受同埋推度心生起嘅。咁佢哋同我哋所唔同咧，就係梵天嘅眾生咧，佢就冇呢個耳識啦，冇呢個冇鼻識啦，冇舌識啦，同埋冇身體嘅。咁少咗我哋，即係少過少過我哋欲界嘅呢個果報心咧，少過我哋3個啦。咁同埋咧，梵天嘅眾生入面咧，就除咗無想天嘅嗰啲梵天啦，咁佢哋連思想都冇，所以佢哋就冇呢啲任何呢啲心生起嘅。
Please show page 213 again. Now let's see whether you understand the statement now. So we say 4 Dvihetuka, 2-rooted, inferior, Omaka, Maha Kusala Kama. Now this Maha means Kama Vachara, Kusala Kama, sense-sphere Kama. So it will produce rebirth, Apatas Trisanti Kala. So it will produce rebirth only in the human realm and the lower Chitu Maharajika realm. Kusala Kama, this is the Kama Vachara Kusala Kama, will produce rebirth only in the sense sphere, blissful realm, that is human realm and the lower, the Chitu Maharajika realm. And they will produce Kusala Vipaka. Kusala Vipaka, correct? The moral resultant, Upika Santirana Chaita. So to be exact, you can put in Ahituka in front. Ahituka, Kusala Vipaka, Upika Santirana Chaita, which forms Kama Sukati Dvi, Ahituka Prisanti, rootless rebirth. Rootless rebirth in the sensuous or blissful, blissful sensuous plane, that is in human realm and lower Chitu Maharajika realm. Okay, you can understand this now. Okay, I think. Now you can also understand this now. Now this, again this four, the karma. At Pavati Kala, at the time of existence, so we say they produce all the 8 Ahituka Kusala Vipaka Chaitas in the 11 karma planes. 11 karma planes means the four boats and the 7, the blissful, the karma realm, that is human realm and 6 celestial realm. But in the 15 Rupa realm, with the exception of Asanya Satta, so this Brahma have only materiality. So they produce only 5 Ahituka Kusala Vipaka Chaitas, excepting Ghana Vijnana, Jiva Vijnana, Kaya Vijnana. So, okay now?
咁咧，教授咧就跟住書咧再重複一次咧，就講我哋講第一種咧個最低等嘅善業咧，就係嗰4種嘅二因嘅劣等嘅善業咧，咁都係善業啦。如果佢嘅業報成熟咧，喺我哋投生嘅時候咧，佢會咧製造咗呢個係善嘅果報心啦，係社區嘅推度心作為嗰個結生心嘅。咁咧令至呢個眾生咧就投生喺欲界嘅善趣啦。咁我知道欲界善趣即係人啦，或者地居天啦。 咁欲界嘅惡趣咧就係苦道啦。咁我呢個善心咧都係善趣啦。咁喺即係嗰個剛剛結生之後咧，去到死亡咧，咁呢8個呢個無因嘅善嘅果報心咧，一直咧都會喺11個欲界運作嘅。呢11個欲界咧就包括6個天界啦、人界咧同埋4個苦道嘅。同時咧，頭先亦都講過咧，我哋色界咧就有15個空間啦、15個地啦。咁呢15個色界地咧，亦都會有呢啲心成熟啦。咁除咗無想天嘅眾生，咁咧頭先講緊嗰8個無因嘅果報心咧，喺色界咧個15個存在空間咧，就唔係8個嘅。要減少3個，減少邊3個咧？即係色界嘅眾生咧就冇鼻哥啦，即係冇有鼻識、舌識同埋身識嘅，所以佢哋咧就係減3啦，就係5個嘅。
Now we go to this 2 and 3. So we say they are about equal in superiority, and now they will bear better result than this number 1, the poorest one. So we say here 2 and 3 at the bottom. The 4 Dvihetuka Ukatha Mahakusala Karma. So 2-rooted and superior Mahakusala Karma. And the 4 Tihetuka Omaka, 3-rooted inferior, the Mahakusala Karma. So you have to go to the next page. So these Mahakusala Karma, at Patisanti Kala, at the time of rebirth, they will produce 4 Jnana Vidyuta Mahavipaka Cheta. So what is this rebirth consciousness of the 8 Mahavipaka Cheta? So we are taking the 4 Kama. What is that? 4 jhana produce 4 jnana vidyuta. So that means without wisdom. Mahavipaka cheta. So which form? 4 kama sukati. So kama sukati means sensuous, blissful realm. Dvihetuka, 2-rooted. Patisanti rebirth. So 2-rooted the rebirth in the 7 Kama Sukti planes. So in the human realm as well as in the 6th celestial realm. So they can produce rebirth consciousness. So which is the Kama Sukati, Dvihetuka, Patisanti. And what is the name of the Cheta? So the name of the Cheta is Jnana Vidyuta Mahavipaka Cheta. So if you are looking at the Cheta chart, so maybe you have to show the Cheta chart. So of the 8 Mahavipaka Cheta, they have the same name as the Mahakusala Cheta. So now they will give rise to the 4 Mahavipaka Jnana Vidyuta Cheta. So Jnana Vidyuta means without wisdom. Dissociated with wisdom, so only 2-rooted. So they will give rise to 2-rooted rebirth in the 7 blissful realm, that is human realm and the 6th celestial realm. Now they give this better. So we say those poorest one give rebirth. There's Upika Samhina Cheta. Now they give rebirth as the 4 Jnana Vidyuta Mahavipaka Cheta. Now again, at the time of the existence, so these karma will again produce all these 8, the Ahetuka Kusala Vipaka Cheta, plus 4 Jnana Vidyuta Mahavipaka Cheta. Because this 4 Jnana Mahavipaka Cheta, they must arise as the life continuum again during the time of life. So they must arise. So they are altogether they can produce 8 plus 4, 12, the Vidyuta, Vipaka Cheta.
住講緊第2類啦，講緊第2類嘅善業啦。咁咧就係中等嘅善業啦。成熟嗰陣時會導致咩結果咧？中等嘅善業咧就係二因心，但係咧佢係殊勝嘅善業，或者咧係三因心，係次等嘅善業。大家記唔記得呢兩個定義啊？記得好，唔使再重複啦。OK， 你要聽佢。咁咧，當呢啲善業咧成喺我哋死嗰陣時咧，而我哋結生嘅時候咧，佢嘅果報成熟而變成我哋結生心嘅時候咧，會發生咩事咧？咁咧佢咧就會令到我哋咧投生咧去一個去投生係一個善係佢係以咩投生心咧？佢係自不相應嘅善嘅果報心。咁令到我哋投生咧喺嗰個4個欲界嘅善趣，同埋咧7個咧即係亦都係欲界嘅善趣啦。咁咧頭先咧我哋講次等嗰啲果報心就係無因啦，喺呢一紮嘢發生啦。咁而家講緊咧中等嘅咧，咁佢咧就會係呢個係廣大嘅果報心。咁咧講啦，果報心我哋做善業嗰陣時咧有4個自相應，4智不相應啦。咁而家果報成熟，因為佢係中等咧，即係次等嘅善業啦，即係唔係最好啦，又唔係最差啦。雖然係三因心，但係咧，即係我哋做嗰陣時咧係可能係三因心，但係次等嘅善業，但係果報成熟嘅時候投生嘅時候咧，都會咧變成二因嘅投生嘅，智不相應，一定係智不相應啦。咁咧，但係咧佢咧就會投生去善趣啦，或者係欲界啦。咁咧就係一定係智不相應嘅，即係二因嘅眾生啦。
Now we say in the human realm and the 6 celestial realm, these 2 rooted karma, they can produce these 8 ahituka kusala vipaka ceta and 4 jnana vidyuta mahavipaka ceta, 12 of them. But in the 4 woeful abodes, they will produce only these 8 ahituka kusala vipaka cetas. So these higher ceta cannot arise in the woeful realm. They cannot arise in the woeful realm. And then also in the Rupa Brahma realm, they will give rise only you have to subtract again these 5 ahituka kusala vipaka ceta with the exception of the Ghana Vijnana, Jiva Vijnana, Kaya Vijnana, as before. Okay.
咁咧頭先咧就講到咗一樣咧，就係話喺我哋嗰個流轉嘅過程咧，即係一生由結生去到死亡過程咧，咁有啲咩果報心善嘅果報心會生咧？就係會有頭先嗰8個無因嘅果報心啦，即係嗰個雙五色啊，即係五色啦，即係不善嘅無因嘅善嘅五色啦，夾埋嗰個推度心啦，同埋嗰個領受心啦，咁再夾埋4個智不相應嘅善趣嘅果報心啦，所以咧就係